look at all that white stuff coming down. Winter is finally here. Hello everybody, welcome back to Boone River. My name is Max, and in this build, we are tackling a Pacific Northwest inspired river town. So, since the last episode, a couple things happened. I played a little bit off camera, and we got a little bit here. Actually, winter was, obviously we're in January now. December was here, came and went, and it looks like so will our snow. I think our temperatures are going to start rising a little bit. So we did hit Tiny Town, so we got another loan limit. The exciting thing, though, is the mixed housing, mixed use, having commercial on the bottom floor, so first floor is commercial, and then everything above that is residential. So that's super exciting. We got vegetable farming, coal mining. The exciting thing is communications. So in this video, what we're going to be working on is establishing communications, and we're also going to be working on Boone River High School. So I think it's time to get started. So right here, I noticed a little pocket, and I think it would be a perfect spot for the first post office. So we're going to hop into here. You see the post office there, and right there on the corner, I think, is the perfect spot for it. So it's going to load onto Cozy Street. I think that is just excellent. that sounds awesome. So we'll change this. We'll add Boone River to it, if I can hit the right keys, of course. Boone River Post Office. And we will say number 1 as well. So that is in there. In case we add more, we will probably add more. Actually, I wonder if I could pull this back a little bit, if we can kind of get away with that. Let's turn our snap twos off and just pull this back a bit. I know it's going to say road required, but... oh, no, wait. Somehow we flipped it around accidentally. Let's go here. We'll just kind of center that property. How much is that? 15 grand. We'll go for it. And it'll just give us a little bit more room here. And then this is something where if we had anarchy, we'll just plop along and throw some trees down. We can do some bushes. Green bush 1. I think for the sake of my hands clicking, we'll come in and just do this. It's going to slap some down. Did want to be playing. So yeah, we have the post office down now. So that'll start doing something. I don't believe we need anything else. Looking at this, though, we have upgrades, mail storage extension. That goes off to the side here. And then the garage also goes off to the side. So we're kind of limited. I don't think we're going to do... if anything, we'll do this guy and it'll just go there, but don't have to worry about that right now. Helps store more mail. Okay. If anything, the garage, maybe. I don't know. But it's not a big worry right now. I do want to show you, just because I think it's been fun. I renamed all of our services, so Boone River Fire, this is Station 1 right here. I also renamed our police station over here, Boone River Police Department, and it's actually doing really well, so our coverage is very good. Fire, obviously, we don't have helicopters or anything. At some point, I wouldn't mind building a small service airport. And the helicopters would go there. I just don't like having a city, or I don't like having helicopters just smack down in the middle of stuff. I think that's kind of weird. So, with that being said, here is, actually, there's an engine returning. The other thing I wanted to look at, I just remembered. Where is it? Here, traffic. It's not great, but it's not bad. I think our averages is around 70%. It's just these kind of corners here and there that are causing an issue. I did start experimenting with this a little bit, trying out some of our buildings. not the happiest. Obviously, some of this is temporary, so I'm not going to worry. That's also abandoned. Is what it is there. Picking up on those squasher downer achievements. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure we're going to roll with these here. I want to figure it out. Obviously, we have the mixed use soon. So I also laid out some districts. And this is just our initial coverage. I promise I'm going to be less rambly than I have been. But did our districts a little bit, so we have Applewood. Unfortunately, you can't overlay them, so Boone River is basically cut out in different pieces. So I have downtown Boone River, we have historic Boone River, and then regular, the rest of Boone River, and then Applewood over here. So which is, Applewood is just a subdivision of Boone River. Maybe we'll get rid of that district at some point and name another town Applewood. I really like that name. I honestly really like that name. As far as everything else, I'm fairly certain that's all the updates. We got that down. I also want to look into telecom because we have a radio mast. So obviously we could use a couple of these to kind of cover some things. I want to be careful with where I put it. I also rediscovered that I can press I to hide that. So I just need a good place to put it. I don't think it's got some noise pollution. It's low. Turn our snap tubes back on. So I'm not 100% sure where I want to put it. Truthfully, that is a good spot. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this spot because I have a little pocket of stuff, and I think that would be perfect. The one thing I want to do, so it's not loading on right there, is I'm actually going to go into our roads, and I'm going to grab ourselves a gravel road. Why am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to pull this guy back a wee bit, and we're going to load onto this gravel road instead of the main street here. So we will grab here. Plenty of room. The other benefit is we can tuck it back. Obviously, this is a little unsightly, so some people aren't the biggest fan of it. We just want to basically hide it the best we can. So we'll go through with our pines, and we'll slap more of those guys in there. Grab some oak, and we'll basically just cover around here. So offers a little bit of visible coverage. Can I put anything in here? Why? Seriously? You consider that overlapping? Oh my god, the noise coming off of that is awful. That, like, screeching, that is genuinely awful. I really don't like not having ability to work with our collisions here. That's not fun. So hopping back in, you can see our coverage, it is much better. And the majority of Boone River is taken care of. I think if we were to put one over here once we flush out the industrial, and maybe that will be a part of our... Actually, we might do that as incorporated into our high school campus at some point. I'm thinking, just based on our availability, right here is going to be a good spot for our high school once we look at that. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of rambling for this video. It's going to be a lot of layout and kind of planning for stuff. So with that being said, I think it's time to kick into a time lapse. just like that, we hit Boomtown milestone 6. We have 6 points, which is going to come in handy because I want to spend some stuff. I want to spend some stuff. We're going to go over to development. I want to look at potentially putting in a hospital. Yeah. We've got points. Let's do it. I'm thinking a hospital would fit over here. I still got to look at this stuff. Police and fire. Police is actually doing good. I think we're going to invest in Firewatch towers. Because that is something we'll need to do. I really like the look of this larger fire station as well. I'm not trying to spend all my points right now. I do want the welfare office. That's another larger building. But yeah, here we are. It was, I'm sure, interesting watching me go through it. I ended up going for both wings. I think it looks awesome, and then of course you have to have that field. It just looks really cool, really good. The one thing immediately I realized I forgot is some other sports facilities. So we're gonna go into recreation. We're gonna go here because by golly, we are gonna throw in some sports. We're gonna do some basketball and what's not. I would love for it to turn here, but it's not wanting to. Not sure why that's the case. If need be, I can back this out a little bit. I want to look a couple things. First off, what's the size? Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty big. We might be going somewhere over here. I don't want the downtown being huge. You saw I took out a couple buildings. These honestly are a little bit too big for me. So what I want to try is maybe knocking a row out and seeing what we look like. Maybe we end up with a 2x. I don't want... Okay, actually, that is a much better looking height. So maybe we just take out one of these. I don't want things super tall. This, I can tell right now. We'll look at it once it's built, but that looks way too big, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I think we might end up bumping this road out a little bit or something. The issue is I've still got some terrain to contend with. You can see with our contour lines. This is kind of the original level, and this is dropped down. So, it's not too bad over here, but on this side, it's a noticeable difference. You can see it is the difference of that height. So, that's something we got to watch out for. But I'm really happy with this as it sits. I think actually what we could do is bump this street closer and put our sport facilities off of this side. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead, get rid of that, and then we will continue our service from here over. It's going to try to do some weird thing. I'm fine with that. It is what it is. So now we can go back over. And we'll put in basketball, or that's tennis. We'll do 2 tennis, and then I want to run a pathway. We're gonna do a decent amount of paths. Yeah, path, not an alleyway. Turn all of our snap twos back on because it's good to know what we're doing here. And I think I actually want to make this a legit crosswalk. So force some people to yield to pedestrians here. That's one thing. I was trying to get a crosswalk in here. I don't know why it wasn't showing up. It is what it is, unfortunately. So let's pop back over here. Basketball courts are the big other thing that I wanted to do. We'll do one of those. Call it good. Not really too worried about an outdoor gym. Oh, is that seriously? It's like... I'm going to squeeze one in. I'm going to turn our snap twos off because I think if I push it back just a tiny bit, it's going to fit. And, oh, man, that looks perfect. Just turn that back on future use. Right there. That is beautiful. That looks fantastic. So this is kind of a little, I don't know, recreation campus almost as an extension of the high school. I know it's a high school. It's not a college or anything, but I think this looks pretty darn good. We'll bump that there. We don't need a crosswalk. And then we'll do the same thing. I want to run a path down here. Turn Zoning cell and existing geometry off. No. There we go. It's the side of a building. That was our issue. Just run that out there. Beautiful. Let's turn everything off for the time being. I just want to get close enough to where it becomes part of the sidewalk. It's not great. I'll be honest, it's not great. But yeah, we have that. Not really sure what we could put here if there's anything. I think for the time being, we'll just call it a little field. So we will hop in, do what we always do, and toss in some trees in the corner. Because everybody loves that. Do that. Let's actually change our view over a little bit. And then bop. Bop. I love hearing hearing things. So some nice shady tree coverage. That's the tennis court that we're hearing. So we'll do that a little bit. So an open field, you know, for go over, eat your lunches, that kind of a thing, maybe. You know what? Let's expand on this a little bit, and let's do... Oh, no, that's way too big. Okay, never mind. I was going to say put a small park in there, but I think that's fine. You also notice I put the other telecom tower in right here, the radio mast. That gives us... Nope. Nope. That gives us almost complete coverage on all of Boone River, which is awesome. Obviously, a little bit of Applewood having some coverage issues, but if I were to upgrade either one of these, I'm fairly certain it would cover it. I'm not too worried. I haven't seen complaints about it. But yeah, I'm thinking that we need to buff up some of our... Oh, there goes the snow. I love how that looks. I absolutely love how that looks. We also have more demand for residential coming in. It's also extremely dark. That is incredible. Wow. Okay, so you can see the contours a bit more. This is pretty even here, so larger stuff, if we need to, can go here. I do want another medical facility. I was thinking a hospital would fit downtown. You know, I spent those points, but it is just absolutely massive. And I think it might just be too big. I mean, it would be one of the most dominating buildings here, unless we want to put it somewhere and make it its own thing. I'm trying to kind of get downtown going. That's why... Oh, that's actually perfect. That size. What are... I think that's the 2 by... What did I zone? 2 by 3. That is what I want. I want those. So this actually we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna nuke it. Let's pause just so I can delete that, and then I change over our zoning. But 2 by 3, let it do its thing. 2 by 3, let it do its thing. Look at that. If I had move it, I would bump this over 1. But unfortunately, that's not a thing. Okay. I like it. I think it's gonna work. I'm fine with that height. That's on the upper end of what I want to do. I'm still on the fence about this block. If anything, we could put the hospital in here, actually. That might be... The thing is, our existing medical coverage is right here. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. But I'm really happy with this overall. I think this looks fantastic. Trying to fill in the blank and kind of connect some stuff overall. I think that's a very good campus. I'm also trying to look at it overall. I mean, it's not supposed to be a huge city, but it's not tiny. That's what some of our other builds are going to be at along here. But you know what? I think it works. I think it works for now. I'm happy with that. We still have a lot of demand for residential. So if anything, we could fill this in just a wee bit more. Not sure what I want to do. I mean, that's just really nice. It's really nice forest through there, so I kind of feel bad killing all that. But we're getting there. We're almost to 2,000 population, which is just awesome. We do need to work on our budget, which I have some theories and some ideas we'll get to, as well as industrial, but that'll probably be the next video. For now, I think it's time we just get back to work and let's finish kind of grounding out more downtown.